My name is Nancy Rynes. I never believed in God. I thought heaven was a fairy tale. But on January 3rd, 2014, something happened that shattered everything I thought I knew about life and death. I wasn't supposed to go on that bike ride. I felt it, a whisper in my mind telling me to stay home. But I ignored it, and within minutes, I found myself pinned under a moving SUV, my body crushed against the pavement. But here's where it gets strange, because as I lay there, trapped and screaming, I wasn't just under the car, I was also watching from above. And that was just the beginning. January 3rd, 2014. It was a beautiful morning. Clear skies, perfect weather. I had some errands to run, so I grabbed my bike and headed out. But something felt off. I don't know how to explain it, but I felt a warning. A quiet, nagging voice inside me saying, "Don't go." I wasn't the kind of person who believed in gut feelings or premonitions. I was an atheist. I believed in science, logic, so I ignored it. I hopped on my bike and pedaled down the road, completely unaware that I was minutes away from dying. I had barely ridden a mile when I saw it. An SUV was coming toward the intersection to my right. I could see the driver, a woman. But something was wrong. She wasn't slowing down. At that moment, everything clicked. She wasn't going to stop. She didn't see me. I had seconds to react. I tried to veer my bike away, throwing my hand out to brace myself. Bam! She hit me broadside. I felt my body flip onto her hood. My eyes locked with hers, but she wasn't looking at me. She was looking at her phone. She didn't even know she had hit me. And then, the nightmare got worse, because instead of stopping, she kept driving. My body was pinned under her car, my shoulder scraping against the pavement as she dragged me forward. The pain was unlike anything I had ever felt. I was being crushed alive. And then, suddenly, I wasn't there anymore. This is where everything gets unbelievable. One part of me was still under the car, screaming in agony. But another part of me, I was floating 50 to 75 feet above, watching the entire accident unfold. I could see my own body pinned beneath the SUV. I could hear my own voice screaming for help. But the part of me that was watching, felt nothing. No pain, no panic, just awareness. It was as if I had split into two versions of myself. One trapped, one free. And in that moment, I knew I was dying. I survived the accident, barely. But 3 days later, I was in the hospital, undergoing major surgery. My body was so broken they had no choice. And that's when it happened. Right there, on the operating table, my heart stopped. My breathing stopped. My blood pressure dropped to 0. And just like before, I woke up. But this time, I wasn't floating above a hospital bed. I was somewhere else entirely. The first thing I noticed was the silence. Not an empty, eerie silence. No, it was peaceful, warm. I was standing on a breathtaking hillside. Flowers, trees, rolling green fields stretched before me. In the distance, I could see mountains, towering and majestic. And the love, I can't even begin to describe it. It was everywhere. It wasn't just a feeling, it was a presence. And I remember thinking, this is beautiful, but where am I? And then it hit me. Did I die? But if I did, why am I here? I was an atheist. I didn't believe in heaven. I didn't believe in any of this. And that's when I heard it. A voice, not loud, not demanding, but gentle, welcoming. Because you are my child. This is your home. Welcome home. For the first time in my life, I felt completely at peace. No fear, no doubt, no pain, just love. And I didn't want to leave. But then a woman approached me. She radiated warmth and kindness. I don't know who she was, but she felt familiar. She told me something that changed everything. I had agreed to return. Before I was even born, I had chosen this life, this path. I told her I don't remember agreeing to anything. She smiled. And then she showed me. Above us in the sky, a vision appeared, like a screen. And on it, I saw myself, standing before my family, before my loved ones, promising to complete a mission, promising to return. And in that moment, I understood. I had unfinished work left to do, and whether I liked it or not, I had to go back. When I woke up in the hospital, everything was different. The fear I had always lived with, gone. The anger, the doubt, the skepticism, gone. Instead, I was filled with something I had never truly understood before. Love. I no longer saw life the same way. I no longer saw people the same way. I stopped letting fear hold me back. I started taking chances, living with purpose. And my faith? I never expected it, but it was instant. Because after what I saw, what I felt, there was no denying it anymore. Heaven is real, and love, that's the whole point. Some people won't believe me. That's okay. I wouldn't have believed me either. But I know what I experienced, and it changed me forever. There was a time when I thought life was just life. No deeper meaning, no grand design, just random events strung together until one day it all ends. I was certain of that, until I died. Looking back, I wonder, was that quiet voice warning me not to ride that day really just a gut feeling? Or was it something greater? And if I had listened, would I have missed the most life-changing experience of all? For most of my life, I believed in nothing beyond what I could see and prove. But in those moments beyond this world, proof didn't matter. Because I knew, I felt, love wasn't just an emotion. It was the very fabric of existence. Connection wasn't just between people. It was everything. I used to think faith was blind. Now I know it's seeing in a different way. It's trusting in something greater, something I experienced firsthand. I came back with a new understanding. We are more than our bodies, more than our doubts. And when our time here is done, we go home. I was given a second chance, and I won't waste it.